Today, I want to talk to you about sex. I want to talk to you about a magic trick that you probably don't know of that will literally change how you have sex, how you show up in your sexual experiences, and how your partner and you enjoy sex more. Now, this is something that is really super, super important and something that a lot of guys miss. And I'm going to tell you what that trick is, and I'm going to tell you the secret to the trick as well. But before I do, I want to tell you about magic. Now, I used to be into magic and magician. My dad was a amateur magician growing up, and so magic around my house happened a lot, and I was interested in it as well. Here's the thing about a magic trick: there's always a secret to the trick. It looks incredible on the outside, but there's a secret that nobody else knows about. And when you reveal that secret, most of the time, what happens is oh my gosh, that was so obvious. Like, why didn't I think about that? It's so simple. Like, I can't believe that fooled me or that I didn't get that before. So with all magic tricks, the secret is generally something that's actually pretty easy. But to be a good magician, you still have to practice the trick. You still have to create a performance. You still have to practice over and over again so you don't flub up the trick. So the reason I'm telling you this is because the secret that I'm going to reveal to you is really simple and really obvious. And you're probably going to go, oh, that was it. So just want to set expectations a little bit for you before we dive in. Now, one of the things that I find that most guys, and myself included, especially years ago before I learned this secret, I would struggle with anxiety when it came to sex. I would struggle with hoping that I don't come too fast, hoping that I can come, or hoping that I don't lose an erection. And if you can relate to one or all three of those things, then sometimes our body just doesn't perform the way that we want it to. But with this secret, you will be able to perform no matter what. All right. You'll be able to unlock the anxiety that's going on up in your head and be able to fully relax into the sexual experience. Most guys I talk with have some kind of baggage when it comes to sex and sexuality. Maybe they've watched porn, and so they have an expectation of what sex is supposed to be like, or they've talked to their friends and their friends are sharing their sexual experiences. And so we're comparing ourselves to other people. And when we compare ourselves to other people in any area, that's junk food that the ego likes, self-comparison, right? Instead of comparing, what I want to be able to do is set up the environment, first of all, in such a way that it's conducive to creating a good sexual experience. So just like a magician sets the stage and brings in the pizzazz, so to speak, this is what you're going to be doing as well when you create a sexual experience. So environment is a really big thing, that you create a good, calming environment. If you're trying to have sex in the backseat of a car, or while somebody's gone, your roommate's gone or something like that, there's always going to be this underlying anxiety, right? And anxiety is what kills the erection, right? Our brain is hardwired to have sex, but 10,000 years ago out on the Serengeti, if you're having sex, there's danger all around. So what do? You need to come quickly. And so that's why a lot of guys struggle with premature ejaculation. It's not really premature ejaculation. It's just ejaculating before you wanted to. And when you experience those kind of things, that starts to create and build more anxiety. Your body is actually designed to come quickly because, again, you're out in the desert, you're out in the Sahara, and there's a threat. You want to be able to come quickly. The other thing that happens with anxiety is the same thing, is that if you're having sex and there's anxiety that's provoked, what you're going to do is you're going to lose the erection so that you can get out of there quickly. And we have this 30,000-year-old operating system that's designed to help keep us alive in the midst of danger. But then it doesn't really work when it comes to having a sexual experience that's one of intimacy and joy and fulfillment because we have so much anxiety around it. So the trick is actually a trick to help you kill and squash the anxiety that comes up inside of you. Comes up inside of you. Yeah, you get what I mean. So what you're going to do, first of all, is you're going to set the stage, right? The sexual environment. You want that stage to be as safe and inviting as possible. If you're, like I said, in the backseat of a car or something like that, that's not safe. That means somebody could find you at any moment. And while there's some thrill to that, it's not really conducive to having a long lasting, vibrant sexual experience. So you want to set the stage. So those would be things like the candles and the incense and the lighting and the blankets and the sheets and all of those kind of things. You're setting the stage for your sexual experience. The second thing that you're going to want to do is reduce your anxiety. And here's the trick. This is, I'm going to reveal it right now. The trick is you have to get out of your head and into your body. Out of your head and into your body. When we're having sex, so often we are in our head thinking about, worrying about whether I'm going to come too fast, I'm not going to come at all, whether she's going to have a good time, whether she's going to have an orgasm, whether she has multiple orgasms, or if she has no orgasms at all. What is that going to mean about me and my performance? Because she's judging my performance and she's going to go tell all of her friends about my performance. And if I don't do a good job, what's going to happen is none of her friends are going to want to have sex with me. And so I'm not going to be able to have sex with anybody. I'm going to be alone and lonely, and I'm going to die alone. And when you're trying to have sex, and that's going on up here, just like out on the Serengeti, you're either going to come too quick or you're going to lose your erection. So what you want to be able to do is get out of here, then to here, your body. All right. And how do you do that? All right. Here's the simple, easy trick. You have to become aware of your senses. What do I see? What do I feel? What do I hear? What do I smell? What do I taste? And one of the reasons you want to set up the atmosphere is so that you can get out of your head and into your body and into the sensations of the body. Because sex is a sensation that you have in your body. And if you're up here, you're not going to enjoy the sexual experience because you're going to be anxious. But if you're in your body, okay? So this is things like focusing in this moment on everything. What am I feeling? The curves of her body, the feel of the sheets on me, maybe the temperature. What am I seeing? I'm seeing her hair. I'm seeing the shape of her body. I'm seeing shapes and colors in the room. I'm watching the candle flicker. What am I hearing? I'm hearing her moans. I'm hearing my moans. I'm hearing the softness of the music that's going on. And I get into that. What do I smell? I smell her hair. I smell the perfume. Maybe I don't smell much at all. What do I taste? The saltiness of her skin, the nape of her neck, the softness and the smoothness. And if I can fully get into all of these senses at the same time, then I'm fully, totally physically present out of my head and into my body. And I am just absorbing the sexual experience with all of my senses. Now, it's difficult to do this and it takes a little bit of practice, which is why I would encourage you, again, as a magician practices his magic trick outside of the performance, you're going to practice these things with yourself, even in places where there's non-sexual energy going on. You can practice at any moment. What do I feel? I feel my butt on the chair. I feel my shirt on my back. I feel my feet on the floor. What do I hear? I hear the rumbling of the furnace. I hear a car going by. What do I smell? I smell the incense that I burned earlier. I smell the food that I just had for lunch. What do I taste? I taste my coffee. I taste my lunch, and what does the fullness of that feel? Just feeling everything in your body. And when you feel everything in your body and you get out of your head and into your mind, what it does, it calms down your nervous system. And when your nervous system is calm, you're going to be able to enjoy the sexual experience. You're going to be able to enjoy it, and it's going to be a body experience, not a head experience. At least not the head experience. It's going to be this, it's not going to be this head, it's going to be that head. So what you want to be able to do then is, like I said, get into all of your senses. Here's the bonus that's going to happen as a result of this. When you're calm, when you're present, what happens with her is, because of mirror neurons and because of the presence that you're bringing, this calm presence, you give her the permission to relax and to get into her body. And as she's relaxing and getting into her body, you're leading her into the full experience. One of the things that you can do actually with the sound is you can make the vibrations inside yourself, the moans, or you can feel when you do that, you feel the vibration. And if you're doing those things together and you're creating that vibration together, and then if you can create eye contact together, if you're having sex with another human being and you're having eye contact, one of the things that's going to happen is oxytocin. No, not oxytocin. Yeah, oxytocin is the neurochemical that is responsible for making us feel connected. So if she's feeling connected with me, she's going to want to have sex with me again. So by creating eye contact, especially during orgasm, one of the things that's going to happen is you're going to have a lot more connection inside of that experience. So as you're calm, you're in your experience, you're inviting her into her experience. I'm going to give you one more bonus tip here. And I was almost going to say boner tip. Chuck, grow up. All right. The bonus tip is this. You are responsible for your orgasm, not hers. She's responsible for her orgasm, not yours. Right? That takes a lot of pressure off. It takes a lot of that anxiety off. I don't actually have to make her come. She knows how to come, man. She knows her body. She knows what to do. She knows how to get there. Now, you can be of service and help. Even if your body doesn't work the way you want it to, you can still get her to orgasm through stimulation, oral stimulation, or finger stimulation. You can get her to orgasm, or she can show you how to get her to orgasm, but she's responsible for her orgasm, just as I'm responsible for my orgasm. All right. If I'm coming too quickly, that's because I'm not relaxing into the experience. I'm up in my head. Something that you can do outside of sex with a partner is have the same sexual experience with yourself. So many of us are used to watching porn and jerking off. The problem is when you're watching porn and jerking off, you are not in your body. You are in your head. You're thinking about her. How am I going to jerk off? I don't want to, come on her tits, all those kind of stuff, right? Like you're not thinking you're thinking about the object in front of you. So to have sex without visual stimulation from porn, but to just have the full body experience with yourself. What do I feel? What do I like? More than just grabbing your dick, you want to, like, what does it feel like on my chest? My arms, caressing. What do I like? Like, to be more into the physical sensation of it, to feel the sheets on yourself, to feel wherever you're at, just get into all of those bodily senses. And what that starts to do, then it starts to train your brain to get out of your head and into your body, so that, and this is the practice thing again, when you are at a performance, you are showing up with this magic. And the magic is I'm out of my head, I'm into my body. I'm creating a space of calmness, no anxiety. And then I'm inviting her to join me into this experience. And then as she joins me and I'm taking care of myself and I'm feeling the things I'm feeling, she's feeling things she's feeling, looking at each other in the eye, all that kind of good stuff. The thing that's going to happen is you're going to have some good, amazing, magical sex. If you like this video, you found it helpful, please subscribe, share it with somebody that might be useful to them. Anyway, I appreciate all you guys, and I will talk to you next time.